So first of all, the usual way that people use stochastic. Let's talk about that. In other words, I want to tell you what not to do. So most people, they look at the stochastics. Let me go back to the previous chart. Here we go. And they look at this and they see right over here in February, the stochastics are above 80 and therefore they are overbought. Then we see that they come down here right after that and they get below 20, which means that they are oversold. And the basic way that most people want to use stochastics is they want to sell it when it's overbought and buy it when it's oversold. So what's the trigger for that methodology? Well, if the percent K crosses down over the percent D, sell. So that happened right about here. That's a pretty darn good sale, right? Can everybody see that? We got overbought. The percent K, the dotted line crossed over the percent D right about here. That was an excellent sell. But Courtney, you told us that this technique was terrible. Well, it is. Let me show you why. It worked great there. But then when we got to oversold, it crossed over to the upside here and the market hammered you. And then it crossed up above again over here and then the market hammered you. And then it crossed over again right here and the market hammered you. Here's the point. The biggest bull markets are when the market is overbought, and the biggest bear markets are when the market is oversold. So you can't just look at overbought or oversold. You're going to lose your head. Okay, you're going to lose your head. So don't do that. Studies have shown, and I'm going to show you a study done by some other researchers that show some very interesting statistics. But Jake Bernstein actually turned it on its head. He said, well, if it's really unprofitable, if I sell crossovers from above 80 and buy crossovers from below 20, what if I did the opposite of that? And he called the technique stochastic pop. Guess what? It lost money too. But I'm going to show you how to make money. But don't sell when it's overbought and don't buy when it's oversold. Actually, you know what? You guys seem pretty nice. I'll tell you what, I'll teach you 3 techniques tonight. How's that? 3, not 2. I promise you 2. I'll give you 3. So let's go back over here. So selling on the downside crossover when above 80, that's not a good technique. Buy on the upside crossover when below 80, also not a good idea. Okay, so here's a study by some researchers. And one of the things they did is they said, well, let's just test to see what happens if the percent K crosses the percent D. And what they found was, if you look at this, the 0 line is right here. So only crossovers of this length right here made money. All other crossovers lost money. And if you were doing very short term, like 1 or 2 day stochastics, you were having your head handed to you. Only up around 21 and 22 made money. All right. So, well, I guess I just gave you a 4th one, but I don't use this. This is like, you don't want to use a technique where there's just a little thin spike of profitability and everything else is unprofitable. Does it work? Part 2. It can work in a trading market. So if it rallies up a little and comes down a little, then goes up a little, then down a little, the next time up, you could sell it. The next time that it crosses from the bottom and goes up, you could buy it down at the bottom. It's just, you don't make a lot of money, and it's very, very aggravating, hard way to make a living. And of course, what I like to do is to make money the easy way. And I don't find using stochastics in trading ranges to be an easy way to make money. Sean says, yay, 3, thank you. Hey, maybe we'll go to 4, who knows? We'll see what kind of time you have. Let's see, Ginny, the phone number was on the invitation that you could call in. All right. It loses a lot in trending market if you use it the way that most people do, but I'm going to show you how to make money. All major bull and bear markets have overbought or oversold stochastics, so not a good indicator at all.